What's up people, welcome back to the channel. Now, a previous video I did was how to de-restrict a Euro 4 50cc, and this is how to de-restrict the carb. And I mentioned this in the other video, but I didn't show it on the older Chinese scooters. I mean, this is a sim and it's got a slightly different engine, but it's still the same principle. So I'll show you how to do that. Oh yeah, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, all that usual stuff. Anyway, first I'm going to take this off. Right, so it's just 2 Phillips screws, as you've probably already noticed. And really, while you're taking them out, you want to hold this down because there's a spring inside it and it tries to fuck off. So I can't hold it down because I'm holding my phone, but it won't go far. That's one out. There's another one. It's gone tight. That's out, yeah. Right. So we've got the top off. We don't need to take this out. We don't need to take the needle out. I've seen other videos where people have been adjusting the needle out and stuff like that. That isn't what you're doing here. You're taking the restrictor out. If you can avoid it, you don't want to take that piss flop out because it fucks about and don't go back in. All you're doing is you're cutting that off. That's it. So the slide can raise all the way. It's nothing to do with mixture. This is just a restrictor. It's not tuning it. It's just a restrictor. So you can just take them off and then cut this off. But I'm just going to cut it off with a grinder. You can snap them off, but sometimes it makes an hole in top of the carb, so you're better off not doing that if you can avoid it. So I'm just going to cut it off. I'm not going to show that, but it's self-explanatory. And there you have it. Nice and fresh. Lovely burrs on there. Nice, clean engineering job. And then you just put it back on. Which is also self-explanatory. Look, screws go back in there. Yes. Right, so that's it. That's a carb de-restricted. Usually you'll also have a restrictor on your variator. This one's already been took off, so someone's tried to de-restrict it, but without taking that off, you'll likely never reach the speed that the variator goes, unless you're going down a big fuck off hill anyway. I've never seen people talk about restrictors in exhaust. That's 2 strokes. These, never ever seen a restrictor in the exhaust, just in the carb, in the electronic, usual GY6 stuff. But no, I've never seen one in the exhaust, just in there and the electronic one. So that's it. That's the carb done. Right, so now we'll just see if it revs up properly. I should have shown it before because they're a bit slow at revving when they're restricted. And that revs up nicely. I mean, this is going to have a bit more work. I mean, it's been stood for a while. Carb full of usual creosote and all that shit. It's been cleaned out and all that. Some knuckle dragger had put the fan on with 2 longer bolts, and it actually come in with a suspected seized engine because the bolts were stuck between the stator. So yeah, carry on with this. I mean, that's yes. But yeah, it's a crack on. It's de-restricted. Carb's cleaned out pretty much there. And let's finish the job off.